I don't believe anyone signed up for public comment. That's up to you. Just a second, I'm making sure that the owl is being used. And we have prices been made. Hello.
Yeah. I don't know what it means, but I can.
Is that, okay, we will open it. We're missing one.
She heard the meeting and left to stop.
Okay. All right. Any adjustments to our agenda?
Marty has two things that she needs to
Yep, so
add.
for the miscellaneous, I have, a cemetery lot sale that just needs to be signed, and I have appointments for, ballot clerks for the November 4th election.
That's enough. All right, signing of warrants, I think, are those also? You still have to do this? Okay. All right, you want to do minutes, September 11th?
I didn't see anything that was glaring. I don't remember saying some of the things that it said, but that's
You
not-
were drunk, it's all right.
That's not, that's par for me. So
I-
I'm sure I said it. Somebody did.
Yeah. It's amazing when you
You'll
look
take
like,
credit
oh, I
for it.
said that, yeah. I didn't see anything either.
No.
Okay, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as written of the September 11th, 2025 meeting. All in favor? Okay, thanks.
I'm gonna sign this later. just so you're
Sure.
aware. I can't do.
I know, I'm with you. Do we have anybody on Zoom?
Yes, we have Nick and Isaac, who I believe are both with Eugene.
Okay. All right, I don't believe we have any public comments signed up there. That's the song. All right, town manager reports.
Me?
Already?
So I guess I'll start with the road work update. For the last, I don't know, a little over a month, has been pretty much just road work nonstop. We were actually able to get a couple more things done than we thought, because once we started doing ditching, we found a couple culverts that we couldn't even see before, so we didn't even know they were there. So obviously they weren't doing a very good job. So we replaced a couple of those, and right now, so we had to kind of push resurfacing the Bears Falls Road until the springtime, because at this point, like, it's so close to when snow's gonna start, that there's no good stopping point, because like once you tear up the pavement, you have to put the pavement somewhere, and you have to cover where the pavement was, and you have to cover the pavement, so there's really no good stopping point in that project. So I felt like as soon as the posters come down in the spring, to just visit that project again. And I touched base with Chad, and he's on board with that, and he's gonna screen all the gravel this fall, so that in the springtime, we're not dealing with screening and any of that stuff. It's just a matter of putting the gravel on the road. On the Degenstrom Road, which is now done, there's brand new ditches, because a lot of that road didn't have ditches to begin with. 2 new cross culverts and 3 new driveway culverts. We put 12 inches of gravel with fabric for all but like 500 feet of where we did the gravel was all fabric. So we did all the right things, so hopefully this spring it will show like we did all the right things. And then, on the Barrels Falls Road, there was 2 cross culverts, both of them were like extremely deep. And a driveway culvert. And then we just finished the culvert on the North Guilford Road yesterday. That actually went pretty smoothly, and the culvert itself, like we kind of talked about it was going around the culvert instead of through the culvert. And actually what was happening is water is actually pumping up through the ground right underneath that culvert. So, we laid fabric down and kind of lined it with rocks around the culvert and then wrapped the culvert in fabric kind of
Will that road be repaired before
winter.
winter?
So that's my next
Okay.
step. So yes, that's the plan. The paving company did call and say that they had to push us out for a couple more days, so they were supposed to be here next week, but it's looking like the beginning of the week after. But he said that if there's any opening, because I told him now that that culvert on the North Guilford Road is done, anytime they have any opening, even if it's, you know, an afternoon and they want to squeeze us in, don't even call me, just come up. Like, don't try to, because he tried to call me on Tuesday because there was an opening, but that culvert wasn't done yet either, so it wouldn't have. So anyways, that is the plan, is the paving company is still coming. And he will do the one on the North Guilford Road and the 4 on 3, 4, 5, something.
I count them every day.
5 on the Elliotsville Road. And we kind of have gone away from, because there was talk of like skimming over the bump by Turning Page on the Stewart Road, like scraping it off and paving over that. But we're just gonna hold off because that culvert is bad anyways, so there's no sense in paving over it if we need to replace that culvert. So that's basically in a nutshell. We came in a little under budget. I just want to say a little bit, because Lord knows what's gonna happen throughout the year and the spring. But doing it by the hour has definitely helped us be able to do more with our money. And it's also been extremely helpful because we're only paying for the gravel that we use. We only are paying for the stuff that we're using in that moment. So it's worked out. So that's road work. I might as well do road committee while we're on the topic. We have taken 2 weeks off, but before that we were meeting every week. And we're desperately trying to get through. So now we've done all of the North Guilford Road, all of the Stewart Road, and then from the Stewart Road to the Willimantic line, that direction. So we've inventoried that whole section. Probably what we're gonna be looking for doing road work for next year will be on the North Guilford Road. That will probably be our next target area because it's also one of the most well-traveled roads in Monson too. So yeah, I just ordered some graph paper because my plan now is to kind of make actual like blueprints, so to speak, of these roads so that you can just look at them and see where the culverts are, see when they were replaced, and what the ditches look like and everything in each section. That's road committee. I know last time we talked about trying to locate building prints of this building for the engineer. So actually today I was able to find some plans of the municipal building, but they're all hand-drawn
Of
plans
course,
from somebody that,
yeah. That doesn't surprise me.
so
I mean,
there's,
it was the 60s, right, when this was built?
yeah,
So,
so there's nothing like,
yeah, I bet.
Who did?
Mainly Haley.
Oh,
so I'm not sure that I'm gonna have any luck finding any sort of engineer plans for said building.
Mhm.
I think, and some of it was like on paper like this, with drawings of boxes and measurements, and I'm like, oh my Lanta, how is this possible?
Well, that's how they used to do.
I know,
before
so,
CAD and.
Yeah.
You know, it's all hand
Yeah.
drawn, so.
I mean, they're pretty accurate drawings, but they're just,
What was the information the engineer needed?
he wanted to know how the floor was engineered and like what they used for rebar and cement and all that, so that he wouldn't have to touch it, because
Given
once he
what we
touches it.
have and see. if we can
I
figure anything
don't
out.
think that,
No, no,
Yeah.
no,
no.
it's basically like a shaded, that it's cement.
Just, what does he need it to have? Just kidding. I'm kidding.
You're right. So I went downstairs and dug through the safe a little bit, and I don't think I'm gonna find anything more.
Did you talk to the historical society? Do they have anything from this?
Yeah,
Never seen.
Okay. I figured no.
so I'm just gonna touch base with the engineer and say, what now? Like,
Yeah.
I just unlocked that
I
door,
know.
Tell him that you heard the roads are too bad, he can't come and inspect, so.
right?
That's just amazing that there's no way to find out what's in the,
I mean, there is if you go over there and cut a hole in it.
well, I know, other than that,
Other
right?
than, yeah.
Yeah. But anything that was kept in the records or.
Yeah. So
Thanks, Ken.
that's basically all of the update that I have on that. And while we're kind of on the topic of the building, let me just cross off what I've already talked about now that I'm going out of order. I really don't have any sort of update because with the government shutdown, there's nobody to answer my questions. So we're just kind of, I know Jim Ranta came in today and asked me how things were going, and I was like, well, we don't really know at this point, and I feel like there's a lot of uncertainty up in the air, and you know, like a lot of the other grants that we could apply for are from the same similar pots of money, so it's.
Either the senator's office. have any-
Well, none of them are allowed to work right now, so Edie's.
They're not even, yeah.
So Edie told me, hang on,
But they're still getting paid.
so,
Yeah, they get paid.
Yeah.
so,
It's not a very good motivator.
No.
that's a depressing thing. So on the upside of things, the cameras at the transfer station are working now.
Oh, cool.
So we have a camera that overlooks right around the building, and then one that faces the sand shed coming in. So, now I just need to figure out how to link that one, so I can also see that one.
Can we
from
put
my
that behind a paywall? Cause you might catch some people doing some funny stuff.
right?
They come around that corner and.
This is
charge
true.
People to watch it.
This is true.
Seacoast can't just link
There
the
you
two
go.
together?
The
I'm
money is
thinking
thinking
revenue.
outside the
Revenue.
box.
I don't know, I have to ask them.
What was
Because-
I would think
If-
Seacoast could just link those two
Right,
accounts.
right.
And they might even be linked together, but it's not showing on, like, I don't have the option to switch to that one on my phone, so,
They should
I have
probably
to-
do that, though.
yeah, so that's the next step. But at least now they're up and working, and if something does happen, I can at least go down there and on there's a screen down there, so I can go and watch a time frame or
Right,
something like
right.
that, so that's significantly better than not having anything, so.
Getting there.
We're getting there. While we're on the up and up here, the beach culvert has now been replaced. So yay,
Yay.
let's
See
all
what-
party about that, and see what happens when you lay down the law, apparently.
There is still some alders that need to get cleaned out on the
Yeah,
east side.
Okay.
They failed to do that.
well, I'm just blown away that it happened at all, because at first they tried to tell me that it was a leveling culvert and there was nothing wrong with it. So, I won the argument,
We got.
clearly.
Yeah.
The EV charger sign is actually being made up, and I was hoping that it would be delivered before the meeting, but
The business.
Yes.
medicine. Cool.
but at least now it's being actually developed and it's a real life thing, and it should be here shortly.
Who's doing that?
I do not know, Jade, that was Jade's
That-
project, and I just let her
That'll
run
be
with it.
cool. I can't wait to see it.
I know, me too.
We got all the businesses, right?
I'm hoping so.
And hopefully, I don't know if we can add this.
I'll Sharpie it right on
I
there
know, right?
if I have to. Let's see what else. I think. Wait, let me go back.
I have my list in case.
Okay, I actually have a couple more that wasn't on your list, so that's. So when we did the junior firefighter program, we basically said that they can't go on any medical calls at all. But now Spencer has been doing more stuff and he's in the EMT training in Dexter. So there's a couple of things that he can't go to under state law. But I guess the question from him and Chuck would be, can we change it to say that he can attend medical calls excluding what he's prohibited from by law?
He's in the TCTC program over there. I
Yeah.
just saw something about that in the paper.
Yeah.
I mean, that seems reasonable to me if they're certified or they're in a
Program to do.
program they need.
And this would allow him to go to things like.
It would be the experience.
Exactly,
Right.
exactly.
So
In
that
in
makes
a
sense,
year,
and
he's
that's
gonna get
that's
to
a
go
unique-
anyways.
That's a unique case,
Right.
and I think it makes sense. I don't know if we need to make a motion, but I would definitely
Okay.
support that.
All right, that's because one of the kids, because we originally got our same program from Dover's, we just matched theirs. But Dover also has a same kid in Spencer's class and they are
Right.
kind of doing the, so it's like, no, you can't go to known cardiac arrests, multiple traumas, you know, suicide, the major events like that, they still can't go to. But, car accidents, they can, as long as it's not fatal, that they know ahead of time. I mean, there's always gonna be they don't know. But yeah, so if you guys are okay with
Yeah,
that.
anything.
I mean, as long as,
that's-
as long as the parents. have
Well, and
been
that's what
notified and
Chuck
they've given
says,
Permission,
right.
I don't have a problem.
Right, and Jade and CD are both on board with Spencer, because ultimately, he's gonna do it in less than a year
Right.
legally anyways, so
Yeah,
this will give
training.
him
Dream.
exactly the knowledge to do
Yeah.
so. Okay, so, a few months ago, maybe even more than that, we talked about some of the CDs that we have.
Right.
And I am slowly making my way through trying to find out the origin of some of these. And what's really difficult is what we call them now is not what they called them in 1980. So say the C&J Durham recreation, which I now know is for recreation, before it didn't have recreation in there. It used to be called the James Durham. So somewhere along the line, it changed to C&J Durham, and it's for recreation. There's one that's called Burke and Durham, which I believe used to be the Bridget Durham, Burke Memorial Fund. I believe that's the same one, and if that's the case, that would also be for recreation. There's a Wentworth one and a Monson Better Health that I do not know what they are, and I cannot find
You might ask a Wentworth, but
anything. Well, this Wentworth would have to have some knowledge from like the 70s, 60s.
he's old.
Yeah, he remembers that like it was yesterday.
What's the question?
What is it for?
I don't know.
Who, do you know who,
My
what,
father and my mother set that up. And
because this
I think it was for
particular
recreation,
for recreation.
but I don't know.
Okay. I'm gonna put recreation question.
So support the kids in town,
Right,
the things to
Well,
do.
there used to be a ski program when we had a school, and
Right.
I'm sure that, I know that didn't Jim Durham paid
She
for
was
that
gonna pay
when I
for it,
was,
yeah.
when I was a kid.
Anybody wanted to ski at score,
Yeah,
and I think it had to do with the beach over there, because they used to hire
a lifeguard.
lifeguard, right?
either a swim instructor in the summer and
Right.
things like that.
Yeah,
And,
So if
get kids out there.
If that one is for recreation too, then we have 3 CDs that are for recreation. And then we have the Chapin Cash, which is for I actually found the will and testament for this one today. So this one is for the needy and poor, and it's up to the selectmen who, if to use it for.
what, like, what are we, dollar amount, like, what are we?
So the Chapin Cash, which would be the needy and poor, has 9,700 in it. The Burke and Durham has 6,100, C&J Durham has 6,000, and then the Wentworth has 9,700. And then the Monson Better Health has 5,800, which if I moved these into CDs that actually earn interest, because right now they're just kind of sitting there. I mean, they do earn interest, but it's very, very minimal because they've been in these CDs for a long time, but I don't feel comfortable moving all this money around if I don't know the origin and what the purpose of this money is for. Because some of it, like a lot of these perpetual cares, some of these, and then we have 3 perpetual cares and a cemetery cash. Some of these, which I've talked with Glenn and Dawn about, consolidating some of these to actually earn some interest on them. And then just keeping like one separate that we could easily take money from if we needed to, but then have the rest actually earning interest. So
Is there a need, I know we're in the middle of sort of a food drive, we know that SNAP benefits aren't gonna be paid in November unless the government shutdown ends. Is there a need to look at options for that particular one,
I think,
or donations coming in? And we're
right. I think if something, because we're really in uncertain times right now.
Right.
And
Sorry.
if it comes up that we need it, I mean.
Let's just
now-
keep that in mind.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
I'm saying as far as the food drive and that CD, it wouldn't be a bad idea to talk with the Legion, because they have their own get up, and obviously they've only got so much money to serve so many people, and they know the people that need it the most.
Right. Right, and maybe it's something like if we end up moving this Chapin Cash to, a better earning interest CD, maybe it's something that we take the interest from every year and donate it to the food cupboard or to
Mhm.
something here in town.
Yeah.
So, just a thought, so that's on the horizon, I'm slowly but surely making my way through, at least now, out of all the CDs, the only ones I'm uncertain of is 2, so that's pretty good. And this Monson Better Health one is the longest standing CD that we have, so it's dating back to like the 70s, 60s, and I can't, it was listed as Monson Better Health Association.
Was that formerly the Sunshine Club?
I don't know.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember.
They,
That was part of the women's club. Yeah. If you was paid out or anything like that, they got you.
wheels,
Something.
health. Yeah.
And we don't have anything in town like Dexter has a health association and they have a nurse once a month that sits and does blood pressure clinics and stuff like that. we don't, and as far as I know, have not had one of those for,
I was trying to think if we ever had that.
and
I mean, we had the doctor's office. I remember taking my grandmother to the doctor that, there was a house up here and it was in, it's actually where Sue's office is, I think.
and I mean,
I don't know.
$5,800 is not a lot of money, but it's money that we need to,
How much
No.
again was that?
5,800.
Okay.
But I will keep digging and see what I can come up with for the other two, but at least I wanted to give you an update on what I do have so far. And what I was actually thinking about doing is reaching out to Andrewscoggin and moving the ones that I'm certain of into different CDs to start earning some real interest on some of these. So. I think that's everything. Oh, wait. So, the Packard Road. I do not know how I'm going to figure this out. If I had thought about it, I would have asked the assessor on Friday, but lots of things are going on Friday. But because there's no deed or anything listed in the account, so I don't know how I'm gonna figure out what this property is.
That's
All-
the property that.
22 acres.
Yeah, and all it says on Trio is Packard Road flowage. I don't know what that means, and it's 22 acres. So this must be a big flowage.
Just a boggy
It's a
area.
boggy, it must be at the bottom of that hill.
Yeah.
Down in that.
But why are we on it? What are we doing with it?
Nothing.
Where did it come from?
Could've been
What can we do
tax
with it? Yeah, but if it was tax acquired,
The Packard Road is it's on the Blanchard Road, right?
Yeah.
It's out,
Wait,
it's out, and
okay.
it goes up over the.
Must be a registered deed somewhere.
Is it?
I can't find it though.
It's after Steve,
Oh,
right? Steve.
Can't
Yeah.
tie it to a
Okay.
deed.
Right,
Is it on that next
Yeah.
corner? Going, I can't remember.
so
I know
You
it.
know.
Down the hill and up the
Yeah.
hill and
Nope.
on the left.
Yeah.
all I know is that the town owns it and has owned it for years and years and years. But I don't know why, where it came from, if somebody left it to us, if we took it from somebody, if it was. Like, is there wood on it? Cause like, I know towns used to own wood lots.
Does it reference, like, we don't even know where it is exactly?
I know the map and lot, that's the
Okay.
only thing that I have.
Is it closer to Blanchard Road side or Barrows Falls Road side?
I do not know. I haven't looked at it on the map, actually.
Harold Moore never owned all the way to Packard Road, did he? On the Barrows Falls Road,
No.
cause he owned that whole hillside.
Oh,
on
he
Blanchard
owned the
Road
whole-
side.
I don't think he went all the way through.
So I'll just,
Other question, lot on the Packard Road.
I guess when you see the assessor again.
yeah, I'll try to, cause sometimes he has a better, deeds are really more his forte than my forte, but, so maybe he has a different way of looking up something, or maybe there's a comment somewhere I'm missing, I don't know, but so maybe by next month I'll have something, if not, I'll
Sounds good.
figure something out.
You try Googling it?
Geez, Sarah, why didn't I think of that?
When all else fails.
Is it something that like you could go to the registrar and go over? and
Well, I tried
see
looking it up on the
history?
registry,
Yeah, but
but
some of the old stuff isn't there. I know
and
my-
like, there's nothing I can reference it to other than the town of Monson. And if it was a tax acquired, we're not gonna have a deed that says town of Monson.
Right.
We're just gonna have a lien that matured into foreclosure from the 60s
Or whatever.
or whenever, yeah. So the things that were on Sue's list that I don't quite have a full update for is, the remaining money from the bonds. And I have half an update for the bandstand, insurance. The guy that came and did, the property and casualty survey, told us what to do, everything. He said that, when he gets back from vacation, he'll send me a list of the things that he would like to see updated before use.
Oh, okay,
So that's half an update.
okay.
And Chuck is still working on the old fire truck. He did say that he got a message from another fire department and he was talking with them first before, well, another fire department reached out to him, and so he was talking with them first to make sure that they don't want it before we sell it to somebody else or something. I'm not sure, but he said, but I believe it's still posted though, so like, if somebody else does reach out, but nobody else has so far.
Where's he advertising it?
On Facebook.
Okay,
And-
Marketplace?
Yeah.
So one of
Monson by
those
Selfridge.
magazines I was talking about the last meeting's Fire Trader.
Fire trade,
Yeah.
okay,
That goes to every single fire department.
let me write that down. And
And I
then,
did see a post, somebody suggesting that, Squaw might want it.
Yeah.
They need a big pump. Somebody might have posted to them that we have a fire truck available.
You gotta speak up.
Somebody might have posted that, we have a fire truck available for Squaw, like, they need a big pump.
Well, they're looking for a pump,
Right,
pump for their water system.
Right,
said,
I don't
well,
know
that'd
if
be
that-
perfect.
It's a mobile
Pump works
for that.
great, huh?
right, yeah.
That's what I
I think
hear,
that's
so-
probably the best part of the truck. I
That's
think.
part of the truck.
So,
And you can drive.
Your brother might know.
you can drive the pump right to where you need it. So. My brother texted me and told me that he thought they might be interested, but we haven't heard anything from them yet.
So that's the nonprofit that's running them out,
Mhm.
though, right? Okay.
I don't know if it's the pump they need. I mean, it needs 350 feet ahead or whatever, however that.
so, yeah,
Probably isn't rated for that, but-
and then the weight restrictions ordinance and the no sign, ATV signs are the only things that I don't have updates for.
Okay, we were just
So-
curious if Guilford, what they did with their.
Right,
posting.
which the road that comes from Guilford, isn't that a state road?
The Guilford Center Road had a sign, after we met, I noticed they had
Yep.
a weight posted sign, no through truck sign.
Okay, okay, yeah,
It's also the road that's not fully paved all the way through.
But what is paved is really nice.
It is nice, I know, it's like.
Um, okay, so I will keep those little tidbits for next meeting. I will try to have an update
Okay,
on them at that point.
I'm glad. Thank you.
Sure.
And we talked, we didn't have a budget report in paper, but. everything-
Yeah, everything looks pretty good, and like I said, the biggest expenditures this month were road related, and I have a spreadsheet going with what's being spent and what's coming from where, so. And next month will be a little less crazy, hopefully, so we'll have,
Don't count.
yeah, don't count on it, not nonsense, we don't like no
But we're on.
slow,
target.
easy days around here,
Right.
no way.
But we're on target,
That's right.
nothing
No,
other
nothing,
than
ju-
roads.
right.
Yeah.
oh, and then, oh wait, that's on the agenda, isn't it? Okay, yeah, never mind,
Okay,
I'm all done.
thank you. Select board reports, you start?
Couple things, I guess. I gotta have some approval from the select board whether or not we are going to do the yard sale again, cause I've got a lot of people asking, and I'm just saying, hang on to stuff for a second till I find out. And
We talked about having a committee, right? Yeah.
So if you guys are on board with it, we'll get the committee going.
I mean, I'm on it. Sure. It raised a good amount. I think
Yep.
it's worthwhile.
And not only did it raise money, but it did This is a community thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we can come up with a more reasonable way to accept donations.
Yes.
But I think aside from that, I think it was quite great.
Amy would like to know the price of the fire truck.
Who?
Amy Lane Squaw.
Up at school. Thank you. You
I
texted.
I don't know what the price of the fire truck, I can't remember.
I don't think we had a set price.
What
Somebody
bring we
look it
have
up
on
on
it?
Marketplace.
Right, well, Chuck asked me and I told him like best offer, because at this point, anything more than scrap value is
What was the scrap value on it?
like 3,500.
7,000.
Geez, I think more towards like 20.
I'm just saying,
You know how much new pump is?
hey,
Wow.
but one of the things is like, if it goes to another fire department, leave all the stuff on it, but if it's going somewhere else, take anything valuable off of it. Like if we were gonna scrap it or something, we could just take,
Who's gonna do it?
I'm just saying,
We were talking before, we'd make bank if we could part it out.
for real, if we knew how to do that,
Which, and there are people that buy old fire trucks.
well, they need to
To
come buy
do-
this one.
Well, they've gotta know about it.
I'll go drive it and be like, hey,
But, so they did, I mean.
okay, so.
We
what-
need to come up.
Yeah,
with-
what do we wanna
I
say?
don't know. I
I
suppose,
think we're gonna have a longer discussion on the price since nobody's gonna set price.
and,
Yeah, but like, what are we gonna do if somebody asks us about it? Like,
I mean,
tomorrow.
what was Chuck?
Yeah, what was Chuck?
Chuck was saying 10,000 or best offer.
Okay,
We go with that.
I mean, I think
for
that's
now.
reasonable, I'd love to get 20. but
I mean, me too.
I'd take 10.
Kim, did you hear that? 10,000 or best offer.
That's a reasonable offer.
But its capacity for pumping is.
That's a larger question, we can get the specs,
They need 150 PSI, 600 gallons per minute.
600 gallons a
they'll
minute?
do that, I think, isn't it like 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, that can pump 1,000 gallons.
Or 1,000?
For going.
But I don't know about the PSI.
Yeah, I don't either. Tell her we'll let her know.
Not to interrupt select board reports, but it is 6:39 and we have an executive session in like 6 minutes. So I didn't know if you guys wanted to pause select board reports and visit the UGE and then move back.
We can do that. We can do that. Alright, you guys good with that?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
I'll come back to you.
Yeah, I got one more thing.
Okay, alright,
2 more things.
alright, so 6:39. Alright, so we're gonna skip to old business and UGE solar development.
You. I. So, Nick and Isaac, I forwarded the letter that we received yesterday, to the select board, so I didn't know if you guys wanted to touch base and kind of explain a little bit.
Sounds good. Yeah, no, thank you, Elena. And can you hear me okay? Great, sounds good. Well, so thank you all for your time. And as you probably all will remember, this is with respect to this solar project that we were developing and building on North Guilford Road, and then of course got hit the speed bump with more the I guess the ordinance. I'll say. So you know, as mentioned previously, we have quite a bit of money tied up in the project, over $1 million that we've invested in the project so far. So we've been doing our best to try to think collaboratively in terms of how we could work together, how this might be able to be resolved in some way, shape, or form. And so on Tuesday of this week, there was a mediation, which I see Dan on the Zoom as well. Hey, Dan. And so from that, you know, I think we really respect that the select board is saying, hey, you know, the people had their chance to have their say here, and the people of Monson said thanks but no thanks in terms of the version of the ordinance that specifically would have allowed our project. And so I think coming out of that mediation, kind of the best hope that we had coming out of it was to say, well, can we ask the people again? And as part of that, what we want to offer is a few things to help alleviate concerns. And I want to say that we're very open-minded. If people have other ideas, then please don't hesitate to let us know within reason, of course. But what we've suggested here is our understanding is that there's a project or a fundraising right now happening in town for the gym roof, and we wanted to contribute $50,000 towards that to help get the gym roof repaired. So that was one part. We also, of course, in the normal course, this project would contribute taxes to the town annually. We wanted to not only point out that, but we also wanted to guarantee a minimum of $25,000 per year in annual tax. So not only, once it starts operating, then each year there'd be a minimum of $25,000 of tax revenue from the project to the town. And then number three is, it is set back from the road quite a bit. Our belief is that it's not visible from North Guildford Road there or any other road, but we do want to put in writing and confirm that we'd also provide natural screening by way of planting trees, etc., to make sure that the project wasn't visible from the road or any neighbors from that perspective too. And so, our request is that we take it back with a special vote, if I'm using the right term, to the town of Monson, and if so, I very much would look forward to meeting you all in person if given that opportunity. So that's the background. I'm happy to take any questions. I think that pretty much covers it from our perspective, though.
Any questions? Thank you. We're not prepared to make a response right now. Of course, we'll be going in to discuss with our attorney. I guess that's all I can say. Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you, Sue. And it reminds me there's one other thing I'll just briefly mention is that, unfortunately with the Maine net energy billing program, there is a real time crunch here in that we in essence would need to know we could proceed before the end of this calendar year. And so there is that aspect too, but certainly invite yourselves to talk offline with your attorney. We're standing by for any direction that we could get, and really do look forward to hearing from yourselves and hopefully seeing you all in person sometime soon.
Thank you.
And do you want me to stay on or drop off? I'm fine either way.
Yeah, so if you wanted to drop off and then either I can touch base with you tomorrow after the meeting, or if you want to come back later, it's totally up to you. Or I can put you in the waiting room, I think. It's up to you what you would like to do.
I'm happy to stay hang around. I'll continue to listen in and just let me know if you need anything.
Okay, so what I'll do is during the executive session, I'll put you in the waiting room, and then when we're done, I'll bring you back in.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Elena.
Sure thing.
Okay.
Wrong person.
So I'll make a motion to go into executive session for one MRS 4051E legal matters.
Okay, so do you guys all just want to hang out in the front office for a little bit?
We could stay right here.
You can, well, not right here, but in the front office you can.
Y'all gonna.
Yeah, I'm gonna escort you out. Yeah.
Did we have a second?
Okay.
Sorry.
I said, yeah.
Okay, all in favor?
I'll let you sit at my desk. You get to be top dog.
So you might want to bring some chairs out.
No, unfortunately, I guess it's the only time I'm referring to use it.
Oh, you're leaving too? You're leaving too? You're allowed to, I'll let you.
Don't mind me, I'll be up for a minute. Somebody stole my chair anyway, I was gonna go out there, try to be productive, but I don't think that will happen.
Yeah, just technology.
Elena? We're just saying the waiting room, like, how does that all work?
Basically, he can't come back into the Zoom meeting until I let him back in.
Okay. All right, so we're not recording.
Well, I have to stop it from recording.
Right,
first,
okay.
And then